Hey guys, it's Jen here, and this is the first of our training series that we're going to be doing about setting goals, and we're going to be looking at like a 5-month goal and trying to get to area manager by the end of the year. So that's basically what I'm going to focus on here. And so let's see, let's just go ahead and get started, okay? So let's talk about goals and basically the importance of setting goals. So when you set a goal, it needs to actually be written down, okay? And this makes you more accountable. And if you want to write it down and show somebody, like your husband or your kids, or tell them what you're doing, then that's even going to help you with that accountability piece, okay? You also want your goal to be personal, something that you have control over, okay? So, and not something that it's going to take somebody else to do. Like, this is your goal and you have control over it. You also want to make it specific. You want to spell it out and break it down, which we're going to do today, and then we're going to do that as we do our coaching together this week. And then you want to make them achievable. So your goals need to be motivating but not intimidating. So they need to push you. You would definitely want to set goals that are going to push you, because if not, then we're all just going to sit in our comfy spot, okay? So you want to set goals that are going to push you, but they also need to be achievable, okay? And then you want them time sensitive. So you don't want to have what we call a dream without a deadline. So you want to set a date for when you would like to have your goal achieved, okay? Now, if that date comes and goes, it's not the end of the world, but that is the date that you are, moving towards and going for, okay? All right, so I don't know if you've heard of this study, but there was a study done, and it was recorded in Mark McCormick, his book called What They Don't Teach You at Harvard Business School. And it talks about a Harvard study conducted between 1979 and 1989. And in 1979, the graduates of the MBA program at Harvard were asked, have you set clear written goals for your future and made plans to accomplish them? So it turned out that only 3% of the graduates had actually written any goals and plans. 13% had goals, but they were not in writing. And 84% of those graduates had no specific goals at all. So 10 years later, in 1989, the researchers interviewed the same members of that class again, and they found that the 13% who had goals but were not in writing were earning twice as much as those that had not set any goals, the 84% who had not had set any goals. But more surprisingly, they found that the 3% of the graduates who had clear written goals were earning 10 times as much as as the 97% of the graduates altogether. So 10 times more having those goals set and written down. So the only difference between any of the groups is the clarity of the goals. Okay, so it's important to have goals, and so we're going to talk about those. And because I'm a very visual person, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you, and we're going to look at sorry guys, I have a cold. And we just went and my whole family got baptized, and I have mascara like running down my face, and I'm in my pajamas. Okay, let's see. All right, this is what I want you guys to look at. Okay, first of all, I think it's really important for you to understand what it takes to get to these different levels of management in Arbonne. And I know each one of you has said to me that you would like to be an area manager by the end of the calendar year, because you would love to be at that area manager retreat in February. And you guys, it's going to take work, but it's doable. This is totally doable, okay? But let's talk about district manager first, okay? So for district manager, it's going to take, there's a 1, 2, or 3 month qualification, okay? To do it in 1 month or 2 months, you have to do $6,000 in volume. So $6,000 in volume in 1 month would get you to district manager in 1 month. You would start and finish qualification in 1 month. You could also do $6,000 over 2 months, or you could do $7,500 over 3 months, which is basically that $2,500 building block 3 different times, okay? Okay, so retail volume is accumulated over the entire qualification period. So if you start qualification in August, however much volume you do in August will carry over towards your qualification and finishing your qualification in September or October, okay? It's important to note that you have to start with a minimum of $2,500 in success volume Or you can also start with $1,000 in personal volume. Now, the problem with the $1,000 in personal volume is that means you would need $5,000 the next month to finish up district manager, and that's a lot. Okay, it's doable. It is absolutely doable, but it's a lot to do. Okay, so starting at that $2,500 minimum, but you also have to finish with $2,500, at least $2,500. Okay, so in your start month of qualification, you have to start with either 1,000 personal volume, so that would be under your ID number, so you and preferred clients basically, and then or 2,500 between everything, your consultants, your preferred clients, and anything that you order personally. And then to finish qualification, you either need to do 6,000 total in 1 month, 6,000 between 2 months, or 7,500 between 3 months. But you also have to have at least $2,500 when you finish qualification. Okay, so if you guys start, let's say you started qualification this month with $2,500, and you needed $3,500 to finish qualification next month. Okay, that would mean that would be that $6,000 between the 2 months, and you would have at least $2,500 in your success line that you need to finish qualification. Okay, so I'm going to work with you on those goals. Okay, but you guys, your goal this month is at least $2,500. Okay, and we can definitely break that down. Okay, all right. So let's talk about then, once you're a district manager, what it takes to get to area manager. And you guys, what's so important for you to remember is that when you get to district, your job is to simply teach somebody else how to get to district. Okay, and then that just needs to be duplicated. How you get to district, and then teach someone else to get to district. And so once you have 2 to 3 district managers in your success line, don't even have to all be direct to you. You definitely want to try to build wide. That's when area manager is going to come into view here. Okay, so what happens with area manager is, to start qualification for a district manager, you need to have a minimum of $10,000. Okay, and I want you to think about the district manager kind of brick as $2,500. So if you had 4 people going for $2,500, you and 3 other people, that would get you at that $10,000. That's why we're looking at you and 2 to 3 other district managers on your team. Okay, and so what you can see here is that you can finish district manager in 2 or 3 months. It's a 2 or 3 month qualification. You can do 24,000 over 2 months, or you can do is that 30,000? My eyes are burning because I have mascara in them. 30,000 over 3 months. Okay, so the idea is you start qualification, and then if you start qualification with 10,000 the first month, then you would need 14,000 the next month to finish. Okay, and you can see how that works right there. So, and we'll talk more about that as it becomes, as it starts to come close. I know at this point you feel like that probably seems like crazy talk, but it's really, really not. Once you start to build a team, you guys, and that's what it's going to take, you will see how this whole thing, how it all comes together. And you guys, it all has to do with the district manager brick. So you getting to district manager, and you turn around and teaching someone else how to get to district manager, and you just keep duplicating that with your own people that you personally sponsor, and then teaching those people how to turn around and sponsor and teach people how to get to district manager. And you guys, district is you building your personal business, right? It's you doing your parties, it's you doing your opportunity phone calls, it's you doing your one-on-ones or sample packs. And with those opportunity calls and parties and sample packs and one-on-ones, you're finding other people who want to partner with you. And so you can teach them also, and then you teach them how to build their personal business through our 2-2-2 system. Okay. So I really, really want you guys to focus on this, and I really want you to understand it. And if you don't understand it, that's something we can talk about this week when we have our calls. Okay. So I kind of looked at and thought about a schedule for the next 5 months. Okay. We have August, September, October, November, and December. Okay. Now, this is a goal that is it's pretty aggressive, okay? But it is doable, okay? And especially since the people that I'm working with on this call, these training calls, are not super, super new to Arbonne. I think that you guys are going to be able to just really embrace our system, get out of your comfort zone, start doing your asks, as Deanna says, get your ask in gear, and really start to sponsor. And that's really going to be key. It's going to be sponsoring, okay? So let's look at August, okay? So we have 31 days in August, and your goal is to hit that $2,500. This is in success volume, so this would be you, preferred clients, any consultants that you already have on your team. And then if there's any new people that you're starting as a consultant, that would go towards your $2,500. Now, this is your minimum goal, okay? So if you did $3,500, that means the next month you would only need $2,500 to finish, but your goal is $5,000, okay? So $5,000 would be you finishing district manager qualification and getting somebody else into district manager qualification, okay? So what you're going to see is each month you're basically finishing a district and getting somebody else into qualification for district. That's really what it looks like here, okay? So you start qualification in August, you finish in September, somebody else starts in September, they finish in October, somebody else new starts in October, etc. Okay? Now, it may not go and look exactly like this. You may have, 3 people finishing district manager in December. It may not go exactly like this, but this is our goal. So your goal is to start qualification for district manager, finish qualification for district manager, and each month from that we go through here is you're trying to get somebody else in qualification for district manager and help them finish in the second month. That is our goal, okay? And you guys, I know some of you are shaking in your boots right now, thinking there's no way, but I'm telling you, when you start to really focus on your goals and work with intention, things happen. Things happen. And so I want you just to be positive, and I want you to be focused on our goals. And I really, we're going to be focused on sponsoring. Okay. Now, Deanna is doing an entire month-long call series on sponsoring. Okay. So I'm definitely going to be sending you guys the links to listen to that. Last week, she talked about sponsoring at a party. This week, I think she's talking about sponsoring with one-on-ones or drop-offs. Okay. So I really want to be focused on that. Okay, so with this right here, I'm going to scroll up here. You guys, sponsoring is going to be key. That's really, if you want to grow a business, period, you have to sponsor like-minded people that want to partner with you, people who have been looking for something, people who don't want to keep doing what they're doing, people who want something different, okay? So sponsoring is key. So you're going to have to... Oh, yeah, Deanna Heron actually said this in her last training. You have the business you have asked for. So if it's not where you want it to be, you need to get your ask in gear, okay? You have asked for the business that you have right now, okay? That means if it's not where you want to be, you haven't asked enough people to join your business, okay? So I like that quote right there. All right. So your business will not truly grow without giving the gift of this business, this amazing gift of Arbonne, to other people and growing a team. You can absolutely do $2,500 on your own, okay? You can even do $5,000 on your own. But beyond that, you really need a team, okay? You really need a team. So by the end of December, you want to have you plus 3 to 5 new district managers or in-qual district managers. That doesn't mean you are personally sponsoring 3 to 5 people, as your directly sponsored people could also sponsor others. So let me just give you a picture of what I'm talking about here. So for example, when I was in qualification for area manager, when I was finishing area manager, Kendall Pierce completed district manager qualification. And then my friend Michelle Somalio completed district manager qualification. And then my friend Michelle Pilo went into district manager qualification. So we had me plus 3 people, okay? And so that's how I was able to complete area manager. So it was 4 of us. It was a team of 4 at the time, okay? So where and who are you going to sponsor? So you guys, presentations, I can guarantee you that at least one person at your presentation is very, very interested in what you're saying, okay? And so really be asking questions and finding how Arbonne would be a fit for these people. You know, who's really interested in what you're talking about? Who do you make a connection with? Okay, those kinds of things. But your presentations, your parties are going to be one of the places you're going to meet people to sponsor, one-on-one appointments or sample pack appointments. You guys, we don't have to meet people face to face. We can be working with people over the internet and on Zoom and, you know, Skype or FaceTime or whatever. Just getting face to face over the internet. It's an amazing time that we have. We can work our business outside of where we live. So things like webinars. Obviously, you're going to have friends and family that not everybody's going to join your team. You know, my mom still doesn't buy Arbonne. It's been 9.5 years. But there are people definitely in your circle, in your warm circle, that would probably want to join your team in some way. Some of your clients, you guys, your clients, people who already love the products, you can talk to them about the business. And then hostesses, you are partnering with your hostesses. So when you're doing presentations, you know, your hostess is really somebody that you want to talk to about the business, okay? So these are all different people. So from now through November, we want to add an additional $2,500 brick. Okay, so if we go back up to here, you can see that these are $2,500 bricks. Okay, so from now until November, we want to add $2,500 bricks. So where does that come from? So it's going to come from new consultants. And so let's look at that. Okay, so we are teaching our system to our new consultants. And by the way, if you don't know this, our system is 2, 2, and 2. 2 group presentations a week, 2 opportunity appointments a week, and 2 one-on-ones or sample packs per week. Okay, 2, 2, and 2. That is our ideal goal. So consultants initial order, let's say that they ordered 2 of the value packs. It's about $500. Okay, that will go towards their qualification. We encourage our new consultants to have 2 business launches and to have at least 4 more presentations in their start month. Okay, if they're doing about $500 each, so that'd be like 2 value packs right there at each presentation, that's another $3,000. If you did 2 one-on-ones or sample packs times 4 weeks, and they each did a $150 order, that would be another $1,200. And if you had 4 new people join the 30-day group, or your new consultant had 4 new people join the 30-day group that's coming up, that would be another $1,000. This would ideally, okay, I'm circling ideally because you know it doesn't always happen like this, but that would ideally put your new consultant at $5,700 and just $300 away from doing district manager in 1 month. That's ideal. We don't always have $500 parties, and we don't always have our one-on-ones ordering a $150 order, but that's $5,700. What are we trying to get here? We're trying to get an additional $2,500. So if we are teaching them our system and really working this, they should be at least $2,500 to start their district manager qualification as a new consultant. Okay? Okay. So that is, I'm actually going to email you this document so you can print it out and kind of digest it a little bit more. But here's your homework for this week. Okay? If you do not have your 6 presentations booked for August, it's time to get your ask in gear. Remember, 2 of these can be webinars, and they need to be done by the 2nd or 3rd week in August to give you time to follow up with each person individually that attends your webinar. You guys, the virtual training is in our pinned post in the box, and it gives you, there's actually a training on how to do the virtual webinars, and then the actual presentation you have to send out samples ahead of time, so you got to get on that if you're going to do the virtual webinars. Okay, but you guys, I'm assuming you want to get your business out. Okay, so if you want to get your business out of your area, those virtual webinars are something you can be working through. Also, you can be doing virtual webinar with your new consultant. So if you have somebody starting new and they have a list of people that are outside of your local area, but they want to share Arbonne, you can ask them to ask their friend to host a virtual webinar, okay? Okay, now that we know what your goals are, and you guys, your goals are at the top of this document here, I want you to write them out and post them in 3 visible places, okay? Well, you can put, for example, put it on your computer. You can put it on your mirror for when you're getting ready. I like to post things on my visor, so when I put my visor down, I have stuff right there. So find a place, 3 places that you can post your goals. You guys, it's really not part of your homework, but I would really encourage you to share your goals with somebody that you just feel close to, whether it's your husband, your kids, telling them that, listen, I really want to get to district manager, and I want to do that next month, okay? Tell them, and so they can help keep you accountable, okay? Now, I think most of you have done this, but I really want you to think it through. You're going to do your why, and you're going to use the format that we've gone through before, but you're going to have your name, a little bit about yourself, how you were introduced to Arbonne, your initial reaction to the business, what was your turning point, and where you're going. You guys, make this a big goal. Are you somebody who wants to quit your job someday and just be home with your kids? Are you somebody who wants to bring your husband home? You guys, what is your big goal? Okay. Let them know. Arbonne's going to get me there. This is where Arbonne's taking me. Okay. And then I want you to practice reading your why out loud. And next week, not this week, but next week, be prepared to share your why with me. Okay. So that's basically your training for this week. I will email you this document. I will email you the link to this training, and I will be talking to you this week. Don't forget, there is a coaching call form that you need to fill out ahead of time and have that emailed to me the day before. But I'll attach it to this email too. Okay? All right, you guys. Let's see. I don't know how to get back. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I will talk to you guys this week. All right, mwah, bye.